CFI and ISIN codes under EMIR and MiFIR. Reporting of a wide range of identification and classification codes is one of the major aspects of transaction reporting. The range of product identifier codes required by the reporting regimes of EMIR and MiFIR include International Securities Identification Number, Classification of Financial Instruments, and Alternative Instrument Identifier. Use the decision tree below to determine which product identifiers you should be reporting. What is a UPI? A unique product identifier is made up of specific values on reference data components. It sits in the UPI reference data library on ANA DSB, and its use is identical across the EMIR, ASIC, MAS, Canada and CFTC trade reporting regimes. Conceptually, UPIs sit between CFI codes and ISINs and also work together with unique transaction identifiers and critical data elements. What is an ISIN? An ISIN is a unique code that is used to identify a financial instrument, security. Its structure is defined in the standards document International Securities Identification Number, ISO 6166. ISO 6166 is an international standard promulgated by the International Standards Organization and has worldwide application. What is the CFI and how is it used to classify products? The CFI is a 6-character code used to classify a financial instrument, as defined in ISO 10962. The first character shows the highest level of category to which the instrument belongs. For example, equities, debt, options, futures, or forwards. The second character points to specific groups within each category, like financial futures or commodity futures. The third to sixth characters refer to each group's main features or attributes. And finally, note that the letter X always means not applicable or undefined. By way of example, if we look at the similarities and differences between a CFD and spread bet on an equity instrument. The CFI code for a CFD on an equity is JESXCC. J stands for forward. E stands for equity. S means single stock. X is not applicable or undefined. C represents contract for difference. And the final C means cash settled. The CFI code for a spread bet on an equity is JESXSC. J stands for forward. E stands for equity. S means single stock. X is not applicable or undefined. S represents spread bet. And the final C means cash settled. Both instruments are classed as forwards and have the same underlying instrument, so they share the same group and first attribute. They are both cash settled, so the only difference is the fifth character, which relates to the differing return or payout trigger, the third attribute for forwards. EMIR reporting. Under the revised EMIR RTS, the CFI, UPI, and ISIN will need to be submitted with transaction reports. Product classification, reporting of CFI and UPI. Product classification is a mandatory field in EMIR transaction reports under the revised EMIR RTS. The UPI and the CFI code are the only options for classifying an instrument in a transaction report. Product identification, reporting of ISIN. The ISIN is the only method available for identifying instruments in EMIR transaction reports. MiFID II or MiFIR reporting. The ISIN is required to be reported for MiFIR reporting. Where an ISIN is not available, you will be required to report a CFI and possibly other information. Reporting of ISIN. Where an ISIN for an instrument is available, it must be used to identify the instrument in a MiFID II or MiFIR transaction report. In this instance, a CFI and UPI are not required. Use of the ISIN is to be expanded to identify OTC derivatives traded on venue or by a systematic internalizer. This aligns with the requirement of MiFIR RTS 23 relating to reference data. prior to the commencement of trading in a financial instrument in a trading venue or systematic internalizer. The trading venue or systematic internalizer concerned shall obtain the ISO 6166 International Securities Identifying Number Code for the financial instrument. How can Traction assist? If you need assistance or more information, please get in touch with Traction. Visit Traction's blog for the latest articles and sign up to our newsletter for regular updates. Traction. Trade reporting simplified.